We here, man, live at Mack and Connors at the Midwest Classic, second day of the Midwest Classic. We was at Wayne State yesterday, man. So I'm gonna let you introduce yourself, even though I know who you are, Coach Kurt. I would like for you to formally introduce yourself to the people again.
Man, what's going on? It's Kurt Mendoza from the Full Count Foundation, head coach at Harper Woods Baseball, and we just ready out here to get baseball going for the kids in the inner city.
Okay, so how long has the Midwest Classic been in existence?
So this is gonna be the second year. Last year we had the first one. It was a showcase and the tournament, but this year we just made it more of a regional showcase to get the kids from the Midwest region opportunities to showcase their skills.
You say the second year?
Yes, sir.
Bruh, I thought we was on like year 10. I ain't gonna lie, because it's so organized.
Yeah.
You got sponsors. You got Chevrolet out here. You got
MVP.
MVP. So many people. You got you pulled up the score out here, bro. So you got to be doing something right, man. So what's the main thing that you focus on with the Midwest Classic?
Really is the community feel and exposure and experience. A lot of our kids don't get exposure or experience when it comes to playing at the next level. So we want to make sure that we giving kids the exposure and experience so they be ready for when they get ready to go to college showcases or whatever it is they do. So a lot of these kids are in high school, but they never participated in the college showcase before. And by the time you get to high school, you should already been at least participated in one. So we want to get these kids the opportunity to see what it's like. So when they get up there, they're not a deer in headlights.
Right. So and then as I walked up, I was just came from another gig, but I thought it was just high school. But now I see you got the miniatures out here. How does that working into the plan?
Oh yeah. So what Minority Baseball Prospects is doing is they starting with the babies too. We started the Detroit Regional Impact Little League when we had our last interview on.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, we just trying to get it started with the babies. Right. We love the high school kids and the 8th graders, but in order for us to make change in baseball, we got to start with the little kids. So we trying to instill baseball in the 4, 5, and 6-year-olds. So by the time they get to be 9, 10, 11, they already ahead of the game.
Right. Mm-hmm. Right. So as far as when it comes to your coaching, do you? I know you coach high school. My son played for you. Do you coach little league as well, or is it just mainly high school?
I'm trying to get away from the coaching, but so last year with the Detroit Regional Impact Little League, we had the high school players as the coaches. So some of the kids that's out here today, they coach the kids throughout the summer in a 6 to 7 week program, and I assist and coach our 16 to 18 U PAL league teams because we always want to keep the kids doing something in the summer, and then I just help out wherever I can, man. Yep.
Listen, I see you everywhere on the baseball side, man. We interviewed Oliver yesterday, young Reggie.
Yeah.
We did. So are there any other notables? Because I've seen so many faces, a lot. So who are some of the maybe from last year that benefited from the program that's maybe excelling or doing some great things?
We can start with the Harper Woods High School kid. We're going to say Jamon Sims. Jamon used to play for me. He took a break playing other sports, but he did participate in this first showcase yesterday, and just the work he's been putting in, I'm very proud of him. We got kids like Marwin Matthews. We got a lot of different kids. But we're going to start with the uncommitted, like Jordan Jones and Jonte Wright. All of these guys are uncommitted players, but they're some of the best players in the city of Detroit. So we want to try to get them to go to the All-American games and all these different things, but they got to showcase their skills first to show us they're ready.
Absolutely. That's a great segue. So you have a few commits here. Can you maybe just, you don't even have to mention those names of those, but do you know some of the schools that have been, colleges that have been reaching out to some of the people in the Classic?
We got University of Michigan. We got a couple kids from University of Michigan. We got University of Texas, Clemson University, Western Michigan University, a couple JUCOs, and Wilberforce University, Jackson State University. So yeah, the list goes on, man. We got kids all over playing baseball, man. It's just trying to get more kids acclimated to them and getting those names to be household names within the city of Detroit, so they can have somebody to look up to.
Right. And that's phenomenal. That's phenomenal, Coach. We always touch base on the NIL thought process. Do you feel like the Midwest Classic is something that will help cultivate that deal coming through for these kids?
It should. Oh yeah, for sure. Man, one thing about our kids, and that's one of the good things that me and minority baseball prospects do, we showcase these kids. When we was coming up, man, the flashiness, a lot of that stuff was, they ain't want us to do that. That's not, they said that's not part of the game. But if you see some of these kids, they going through the legs, they got their swag, they wear their do-rags, and they got their drip and everything. That's what we want. We want them to be comfortable out there so you can play ball, man. We don't want you to be out there stiff. We want you to be yourself. So that's the main thing we want to do, is just make baseball cool again and showing that you can be yourself out here. You ain't got to be a character.
For sure, for sure. So, Oliver and Rich, they was talking about some of the pros that kind of inspired them. Is there anybody in the baseball world that you kind of, you know, are mentored by or anything like that? Is there anybody that you kind of, you know, use a little, you know, get inspiration from?
Oh yeah, for one, we're gonna start with Curtis Granderson. Curtis Granderson, he played with the Detroit Tigers. He's part of the Player Alliance with Major League Baseball. He's been a big help for me. Anytime I have a question or if it's a grant or something, he always looking out for me. And
you could just call him.
I could just call him.
Whoa,
yeah.
brother.
So he helped my kids out. Jaron Purify is one of the kids he mentors.
Okay.
Jaron talks to him constantly. That's the kid who's going to Clemson, and just it's been very helpful. So people like Curtis Granderson. Locally, we got a lot of people, man, just throughout the Detroit Tigers organization and just PAL and all these different leagues. I grew up as a PAL kid, so just it's a lot of people locally, man, that helped me out.
For sure, for sure. So this is a 2-day event, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So what's next for Midwest Classic after this event is over?
Man, sky's the limit, man. So what we want to do is, of course, next year is going to be bigger and better. But we just want to continue to add softball to the list. We're going to bring the ladies in it because the ladies need to get their love as well. And then just making this field better than what it is. You can see we've been working on this field, and next year it's going to be 10 times better. But we just want to get more kids and more opportunities for the kids. So maybe we get MVP versus us getting an invitation to go play in Florida. We get an All-American game in Detroit. So everybody from across the country come up here so they can see the city.
I like your vision. I like your vision. I like your vision. So lastly, like, was this a dream or is this something that just happened, or how long was it coming into fruition, the Midwest Classic?
It's kind of something that just happened. So last year, it was something that we just did on the fly. Like, we're going to do a tournament. We put it together in like three months where we got all 125 kids.
It was off the hook last year, bro.
Yeah.
So y'all just said, hey.
Yeah, so this year, that's why when you see the banners and the sponsors and all this stuff. So after that was over, as soon as it was over, we started planning for 2023. So that's all it is, bro. When it comes to planning stuff, we want to make sure you're ahead of the schedule and figuring out what you could do to make it better. So even just being out here, figuring out what we could do to make it better for next year so it could be running more smoothly than what it is.
Well, Up the Score for sure is happy to be involved with it, man. So, and we also got one of our sponsors, Postglow. They do like poster boards and they get that hot caption and capture those great moments. So we definitely want to make sure that we get a couple Postglow candidates and get them involved with it because, like you said, it's all about exposure. And is there anyone? I guess this is the last question. Is there any of your athletes that already have like NIL deals or anything in place already?
That's in high school. I'm not sure. I'm not too sure about that with the NILs, but I know one's in college. He has an NIL deal for sure.
Okay. Okay.
NIL.
I'm pretty sure after we post this, we gonna get some traction. So I'm happy, man. I'm happy to be a part of it, man. You got any shout outs? Anybody? I mean, you already really did it, but if you got any shout outs, man, anybody want to specifically mention?
Man, I just want to shout out the city of Detroit, man. This baseball has been something that I did this coming up, man. I just want to be better in the city for everybody. Detroit, we got to do a way better job of promoting it. Basketball, football coaches, I need y'all help in getting all of those kids to be multi-sport athletes, because in order for our kids to make it to the next level and strive, we need them to play multiple sports. It's cool they play one sport, we want them to play everything. And we just want kids throughout the city of Detroit, man, to play baseball. You know, it's money in it. You could become a millionaire millionaire right out of high school. I don't know how many other sports you could do that with, but we got some kids that's richer than me now. And a couple years ago, I was just taking them to school, so now they could probably buy me a car or something. No, so
It's coming.
it could happen real soon for them. So
Coach Kurt, man, please keep this up, man. Whatever we can do to help, man, because I'm happy to know you. I'm gonna get your autograph, bro. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it because where you taking this and the talent that we have been able to see thus far, man. So like you said, you got a Texas commit. He's a multiplayer. He told me he played hockey, football, baseball, like so you on the right track, man. So please keep up the great work. Coach, I know you got this your event, so I know you got a lot to do. I try to get it on going, man. I know you got stuff to do, man, but thank you again, man. Keep it up, man. I'm glad you up in the score with it,
oh
baby.
yeah, up to score. Appreciate y'all for all y'all support, baby. Number one podcast for sure.
It is my baby. You know what I'm saying? We here, man, live at Mackey Connors, one of the best baseball fields in Detroit, man. My boy Kurt and brought a lot of heavy hitters together. We here with MVP type situation, man. One of the top dogs in MVP, man. So I'm gonna let you introduce yourself, bro.
Yes, my name Ty White, VP and creative director of Minority Baseball and Softball Prospects. Good to be in the D, man. Love the D.
Yes, so where you from?
Atlanta, Georgia, man. We based out of Atlanta. That's where our home is. Grew up originally from Macon, but our home is Atlanta, Georgia.
For sure. So I see the apparel line, man. We gonna get into everything else, but you got a character, bro, on here, man, and he's swagged out. Can you please break it down to what am I looking at? Because I'm getting one of these shirts, bro, because I feel swaggy for real.
Hey, Swaggy was a character we created. It's our official mascot for MVP, Minority Baseball Prospects. Basically, we wanted to bring the culture. We wanted to bring the culture into our organization, so we wanted to do it through apparel, and we wanted to symbolize somebody that looks like kids, you know what I'm saying, that they can relate to. So basically what we did was we created this character named Swaggy. He's a cool black kid with the shades, the earrings, and the chain, and he's dope, man, and the kids are really taking a liking to it, and that was the goal, to get the kids back in love with the sport of baseball through fashion, apparel, and of course on the field.
Listen, I'm seeing the kids walk around, and you right about that. The culture is evolving in the baseball world. So for you guys to take a approach like this is real daring, because they try to stagnate the minorities, but you guys are really trying to illuminate them. So how long has MVP been in existence?
MVP been in existence. We started in 2020 in the heart of COVID. So in the heart of COVID, we was like, what can we do to change the world of baseball to get more exposure to our little kids, females and males? So we started MVP, Minority Baseball and Softball Prospects, and what we did was just like you said, the percentage is falling off in our community in baseball and softball, so we wanted to highlight that and give the exposure so that they can get the looks that they deserve.
Right. So how would well, I'm gonna ask that question later. Where is Swaggy? What cities, what states has Swaggy touched already?
Oh man, Swaggy global right now, man. They loving Swaggy, man. Like, we done been to the West Coast, just left Seattle. We been to Florida, all over the East Coast, all over the Midwest, Chicago, Detroit. Swaggy is pretty much everywhere, man. Like, they've been rocking with Swaggy all over the world. So,
For sure. And I'm not gonna hold you, because there's actually people lining up for the product right now.
Yeah.
So I told you I need to get swagged out myself.
Yeah.
So what's is there gonna be an actual physical mascot?
Yes,
coming?
sir.
I knew it.
Yes, sir. You hit it on the head. I actually got a mascot in production right now. I just got over the samples this week. It'll be at one of our major events. Make sure you follow us, MVP online, MVP Takeover on all platforms, minorityprospects.com, the website. But we got a dope mascot coming. We got toys coming. I'm actually have an action figure of Swaggy. You know what I'm saying? So I'm taking Swaggy all the way up, man. I'm actually talking to an animation company now about doing a cartoon series about Swaggy, and what Swaggy is going to do is tell the game of baseball from the Negro Leagues all the way to now, and it's going to tell it through him. So that'll give kids a cool cartoon and something to listen to. So Swaggy got big plans, man. Swaggy is on a whole nother platform.
I'm definitely a Swaggy fan because I want to have the history of baseball illuminated anyway from our perspective anyway. So to know that you going to that level, when will it be out?
It's coming soon, man. Cause like I said, man, for people who don't know, I just want the world to know that baseball was something that they did like Black Wall Street. So if you're familiar with the culture of African Americans, Black Wall Street was tarnished because we was getting too big. Negro Leagues was tarnished because we was getting too big. The Negro Leagues, if you go back and look, the Negro Leagues in all of these inner cities, these big cities, we had stadiums, the fans was packed out. We played this sport more than any other sport. No, when you came to these cities, you had to stay black and you had to eat black. So what that did was that stimulated the black economy. So you had to stay at black hotels and you had to eat at black restaurants. So my goal and MVP goal is to bring that back, man. Bring that back to the world, because we missing that as a culture. We divided, so we missing that. So I'm gonna do that through baseball, through apparel, through the culture, through Swaggy.
I'm blown away because some stuff I did not know. So you saying that just as long as minority baseball has, the Negro League was in effect, they were working hand in hand with Black Wall Street? Is that what you're saying?
No, basically, it was like a Black Wall Street.
Okay, I get it.
So
conceptually,
the conception was like, okay, we're gonna grow these black businesses, and we had black baseball fields. We had all of this. We had everything, and then all of a sudden, what they did, they took the best players, integrated with MLB, and then.
Well, we back on the rise, man.
We back on the rise. We here to stay. We here to stay, and we bringing everything back, and we bringing everything in full circle, man. So, man, I appreciate y'all for highlighting what we doing for the community and for the world in baseball.
Well, this Up the Score podcast, we just trying to up the score, baby.
Hey, and we upping it right here. We upping it right in the D, right at Mansfield. Look around, man. We in the heart of the inner city.
Yes, sir.
That's what the activation is all about for minority baseball and softball. Got to activate the inner city, get these kids back into this sport, because this sport is fun and we loved it growing up.
Okay, and real quick, is this? I can just tell you probably got some other business endeavors going on, bro, because I can just feel it in my soul. But is there anything else you do that's coordinated with the baseball world?
With the baseball world, man.
Actually, you ain't got to do no more. Swaggy about to take all your time, bro.
Hey, take all my time, man. So with the baseball world, man, we just trying to create. We just launched a database. So I really want to touch a little bit about that, because the database allows kids, females to males, to create a profile. And what this profile does is upload your highlights, upload all of your metrics from your exit velo time to your 60 time. And what we have accumulated is over hundreds of college coaches and scouts and MLB scouts that are subscribed to our website, and they'll be able to follow these kids from grade school on up. So that's going to change the whole narrative of the game. So it's no other excuse, oh, I didn't know he was that good, or I didn't know she was that good. We're putting it in your face. We creating a
And that's all.
database.
The database already up.
Already up. We just launched it this past weekend. So
Whoa.
the database is up. Go to minorityprospects.com, create your profile, create your daughter profile, and let's get the metrics in there and just get the exposure and load the videos, their highlight videos, and let's get the exposure because all the scouts and everybody is tuned in to MVP.
Bro, Swaggy in the building. I can't wait to see the mascot, bro. Any last shout out before we go, man? I you got a line of people waiting.
Oh yeah, I just want to touch on that database again, man. Actually, the players are going to be ranked on that database, and the ranking on that database, instead of 5 stars or doing a letter grade, we're going to do 5 swaggy chains.
Look at swag, bro.
So if you got 5 swaggy chains, you a 5-star player. If you got 2, you need to work on your game.
I can see it now. I can see the bro, y'all, bro.
So new innovative, man. We changing the game,
This it, man. Much success to y'all, man. Much success to you, Big Swag.
Yes, sir.
Whoa, buddy. Okay, well, man.
Thank you for Up the Scope podcast, man.
For
y'all
sure.
Make sure y'all follow. Check them out right here in the D, man. We signing out Atlanta to the D, man. Y'all know how we do it.
Oh, we gonna be in Atlanta.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, we pulling down on y'all. Don't even trip on it, bro.
Yeah,
we pull it down.
I want y'all to see it. Atlanta is magical. What we got going on, that's what we trying to activate here in the D. Thousands and thousands of kids, man. You gotta see it to believe it.
For sure, man. Well, thank you, man. Keep up the great work,
Yes,
man.
sir.
MVP, Swaggy in the building. Well, not in the building, but you get the concept.
Yes, sir.
All right, bro.
We out, bro.